NIO is lagging behind. We're seeing Lucid Motors market cap exceed NIO's market cap by 20 billion. Rivian's market cap is double that of NIO. In the past 45 days, Tesla's share price has grown by 43%. XPENG has grown by 42%. Li Auto has grown by 27%. And NIO only 19%. What is going on? And you're going to want to stick to the end to see if this is all going to change. By the way, I just released an awesome video on Patreon. It's about NIO's inner workings, their strict, scary discipline. It's definitely worth checking out, and it will give you a very, very deep insight about the inner workings of NIO. And it does help me a lot, so thank you so much for that. So we're seeing all the EVs grow a ton, but NIO's only growing a little bit in terms of market cap. And NIO is lagging behind. What is going on? And it seems to me that all these EV companies are being judged on order volume, but NIO is being judged on delivery volume. And this is a big, big problem because people seem to forget that NIO is a growth company. And this has something to do with NIO's PR team, which I'll be honest, I love NIO, but their PR team isn't really that good. I mean, look at Lucid's PR work. Big, big, bold titles, $1 billion worth of orders. Whew, that just blows people away. But if you think about it, NIO has way more than that. But NIO doesn't share any of this stuff. NIO doesn't have a Twitter that, you know, William Lee's not posting on Twitter like Elon Musk is. They're not doing a lot of media stuff. I mean, I wish NIO had a more dedicated PR team that was really, really hyped up and really showcase the orders that NIO has got. People are judging NIO right now on supply, on delivery, and delivery is capped by supply. And so supply is apparently a temporary problem for NIO, but demand is huge. Even though nobody talks about it, demand is huge. So you're thinking, why not expand production, my friend? You have so much demand for your vehicles, you should be expanding production. Well, they are and they aren't. They are because they have their second factory at the NIO Park, spelled N-E-O, NIO Park, that already has its roof installed, and it's going to be producing vehicles by Q3 of next year. And why am I saying that they're not also expanding production? It's because they're not expanding production for the current lineup they have, because this current lineup of vehicles that they have, the ES8, the ES6, and the EC6, they're going to be outdated, right? As time progresses, other companies will put out better vehicles, and that really means that NIO has to make updates to their vehicles to make it even more competitive in this space, to make it new again. So that's why NIO is not expanding production for the current lineup of vehicles, because that production space is going to be used for the future vehicles that will be more competitive, that will be better than what the market has already. This is also smart because if you think about it, right? Think about Tesla's Fremont factory, Model X and Model S. Would it be a wise choice to expand production for that, or whereas they built a gigafactory just for the Model 3 and Ys, right? Clearly that was a better decision, and NIO is following a similar path, right? These are very, very high priced vehicles, the ES6, ES8, and EC6. It's not worth expanding production on these vehicles when you already have a factory, and you should use that new production capability for the future vehicles that are cheaper, more mass market. And this is the smart way to do. And analysts are still stuck in the phase. They're short-sighted. They're still thinking NIO, they're capped by production, they're not expanding production, that's it. So it's very, very incorrect for analysts and people to judge NIO by their delivery volume. Dilution and jumping ship. NIO recently did a round of offering $2 billion. I'm going to explain more in detail about this dilution, why, and what it's used for. Will there be more dilutions in the future? So just a quick recap. As per the Q3 report. This is what they said. As of the day of this press release, NIO has sold 33 million ADS under the ongoing at the market offering program as previously announced on September 7th, 2021, and has raised gross proceeds of approximately $1.2 billion US. They raised $1.2 billion already. That's a lot of money, but they still got $800 million left. And this is one reason that NIO stock is being pushed down. I believe that every time NIO stock goes above 40, maybe into 42 or 43, NIO's program gets triggered where they sell those ADS shares at the market offering shares, and that pushes the price down. And you've seen that in charts quite recently. They've been pushing the price down. Now, NIO has $7.3 billion of cash on hand. Why would they need more dilution? This is something that frustrates a lot of NIO investors, and even in my Discord chat, which you guys, if you haven't joined my Discord chat, you guys should go there. There's a lot of awesome people in there. They just share a ton of wisdom, and we just chat about random stuff. They're all cool guys. So people have expressed their concern with dilution. I mean, why is NIO offering more dilution? They have so much cash. Well, trust me, they're going to be offering more dilution in the future. Definitely. Every time they expand to a new territory, Norway, and then Germany, and then the rest of Europe, and then other countries, they're going to need dilution because it's NIO's operating expenses are very, very high for battery swaps, NIO houses, NIO spaces, and then you got to hire management for that entire country, and then service. But rest assured, the cash is put to good use, right? Why do I say that? It's because NIO's CEO, William Li, is a very, very humble man. He lives in Beijing, which is where I'm located. He lives in Beijing, but NIO's headquarters is in Shanghai, right? NIO's headquarters is in Shanghai. NIO China's headquarters is in Hefei, and they're all very much to the south of Beijing. They're pretty far from Beijing. Hefei is really close to Shanghai. What's really interesting is he doesn't take the plane to go to Shanghai. He takes the train, and he doesn't take first class in the train. He takes economy seats in the train, all to save money. Right? So you have these situations where a lot of NIO owners, they're also taking the train and they bump into William Li and they go for, selfies and they chat and stuff like that. It's very, very special. And what's really interesting is you see how big NIO is. He still rents an apartment in Shanghai. He doesn't buy like a luxurious house. He doesn't rent private jets for his trips from Beijing to Shanghai. He's a very, very humble man. He tries to save as much cash as possible. He tries to save money. He tries to put that money to good use for the R&D of the company, for the operation of the company, to satisfy NIO owners like me and all the other NIO owners, to make them happy, to create brand value, and also to make the car as good as possible. NIO investors, you can sleep well at night knowing that the dilution is put to good use. It's not being wasted on private jets and random stuff. Now let's talk about jumping ship. I mean, a lot of NIO investors are just fed up with NIO, that their stock prices is increasing, and they're jumping ship. They're selling their NIO stock. They're buying other stuff like Rivian. They're buying other stuff like Lucid. And basically, there's just not as much hype in NIO as before. And even though I can't say it's a bad move to invest in Lucid or Rivian, I can tell you that investing in NIO in the next 5 years is going to make you tremendous amounts of money, because NIO, my friend, is going to explode in the future. And it all changes starting in 2022. Now, let's first preface that by saying I'm not a financial advisor, but I do believe that NIO stock might still see a dip, maybe down to $35, because the offering isn't finished and because there's a lot of hype for NIO Day. But after NIO Day, a lot of these investors are going to jump ship and sell their stock, and that's going to push the stock price down. But I do believe 2022 will be the year for NIO. Why is that? Because 2022 will finally be the year where they have a mass market vehicle that's very cheap and affordable. 2022 will also be the year where we see how successful NIO is in Norway. And 2022 will also be the year where we see NIO expand to even other countries outside of Norway. And as more and more people, foreigners especially, get accustomed to NIO as a brand, more and more people will be interested. They will love this car so much, they'll prefer it over a Tesla, and that will make a lot of people want to buy NIO stock. And in 2022, we'll just see NIO grow by a lot. I do believe firmly that by the end of 2022, NIO's stock price will be much higher than what it is today, and we'll see NIO become a more mature brand with more vehicle offerings and renewed investor interest in the company. Make sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so people, and share this video with friends and family so that they all know about NIO and get in on the ship before it takes off. Once again, don't forget to check out my Patreon video. Join my Discord. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments down below or Discord. Peace out.